Okay, so last time we talked about the hardest part of David's story, the Bathsheba part, the murder, the cover-up, all of it. And we talked about how David repented, how he ran to God, and how God forgave him. But here's the thing, forgiveness doesn't always remove the consequences. And David had to walk through some really hard things after that. The prophet Nathan told David that the sword would never leave his house, that his own family would turn against him, and that's exactly what happened. David's son Amnon did something terrible to his half-sister Tamar, and Tamar's brother Absalom was furious. So he waited, and then he killed Amnon. One son murdered by another son, and Absalom ran away. David's heart was broken. He loved Absalom. He wanted him back, but there was so much pain. And then the worst part came. Absalom started plotting against David. He wanted the throne. He stole the hearts of the people. And soon there was a rebellion. David had to flee Jerusalem again. Think about that. The same man who ran from Saul was now running from his own son. Years of running again. But here's what I love about David. Even in the middle of that chaos, he kept trusting God. He didn't curse God. He didn't give up. He just kept crying out to the Lord. And eventually Absalom died in battle. David's son, dead. And when David heard the news, he wept. He said, "Oh, my son Absalom, my son, my son." And he was a king. He was a warrior. But in that moment, he was just a father. Even though Absalom had turned against him, even though Absalom tried to take his throne, David still loved him. That's a father's heart. That's God's heart for us. Because God loves us even when we run from him, even when we rebel, even when we mess up. David didn't have it easy after his sin. There was pain, loss, heartbreak, all of it. But through it all, God never left him. And that's the message I want you to hear today. You might be walking through consequences right now. You might be dealing with the fallout of something you did, but God hasn't left you. He's still with you. He's still for you. The consequences might be real, but so is his grace. Next week, I want to talk about the last part of David's life, how he finished well, how he prepared for his son Solomon to take over, because the end of his story is beautiful and there's so much we can learn from it. See you in the next one.